Hi everyone. Thank you so much for being patient with the activity tonight and with me. We thought this hurricane was coming and it's not, so here we are. I thought a video would be easiest to explain some of the logistics of tonight's activity to you guys, so I decided to make this pilot video, and it also will be one of the first videos that we'll be making for you guys to explain the activity. It's easier to explain out loud. It's why we do our pre-meetings, than to write it down on paper, because sometimes it doesn't relay exactly the way we'd like it on paper. So tonight's activity is not complicated. It's quite simple, and it really means a lot to the children to explain and pinpoint their grief on an image and a photograph and something that's around them. So we'll be using cameras, Polaroid cameras, to take a photo of what their grief looks like. So there's going to be 3 prompts. Each group is going to have a note card that shares the 3 prompts on them, so that when you're walking around taking the photos with your group, you can have them there with you to refer back to. So the 3 questions are: what does your grief look like? Something that reminds you of a favorite memory, or what your future holds for you or looks like now. So using those prompts, they're going to explore the house and express their feelings and emotions towards those 3 different prompts. Each child is going to choose 1 prompt to begin with, so that they can only take 1 photo. We only have, they're like this size, we only have so many of these, so the first round that we go around and take photos, we can only take 1 picture. If there is time left, each child can take a maximum of 2 photos. The paper is extremely expensive, and we just got it in the mail, so we might not have enough for every group, but we're going to figure it out. So the only thing that is a little interesting about this activity as well is that we're going to need to stagger the times. We don't want to send all of the kids out at once. So your group, if you're in the littles, we want you guys to go first, less time sitting and figuring that out. So you'll do your check-in and the rules, and then you'll explain the activity to them, and then you guys head out first. You're allowed to explore the house inside as well as outside. And if the kids know that there's something specific in a room that's being used for group, then ask them to let you know, and then maybe you could get back there after the other kids come out to do group. But we're going to do littles first for 15 minutes, weather permitting. So tonight's weather is not looking too hot, so it might be that we are inside the house, which is okay. There's books in there, there's pillows, there's the picture, the memory wall. So as a group, you're going to all walk together. We're not just throwing the kids out there to do whatever they want. So as a group, you're going to walk together, and each child will get a chance to take you to their spot and take you to their place where they want to take a photo of it. So the Polaroid cameras, you guys are all aware of what they are, but they print automatically. So each child will get one of these to take home. They will use a note card to describe their photo after they take it. That way, when they're done describing their photo, you as a volunteer, as a lead, will place the photo next to the note card with the description, so that we know who did it, who took that picture, and what that picture means to them. This activity is also super unique because we will be potentially using some of these photos for our event coming up in October for Sunset Soiree. We want to print them and expand them, so that's why your cameras are so important instead of just the Polaroids, because we want to be able to print those out and blow them up and make them really beautiful for the event. In the case that we choose a child's photograph, we will let the child know and the parent know, and they can choose an alias to represent them, and then they can also choose whether to include their description or not. It's all up to them, because this is their grief, their photograph. I'm just trying to think. When you're done taking the photos, you'll come back to group, so 15 minutes each group. Littles first, middles and teens can go at the same time. It's all unique to the group night, so we're going to talk about this more in the pre-meeting. But for now, middles and teens can go at the same time. But limit it to 15 minutes so that you can come back to the group. They can write down their descriptions, and you can do a little bit of a discussion. On the written activity that I have here, I have some example questions that we can ask. What does it represent? Why is this picture important to you? How can you use this photo to support you through your grief? And we always want to bring it back and remind the group that our grief looks different. So everybody's photo is going to be different. And it's going to be really cool to see. But how we work through our grief is different. And one thing that's the same is, again, we're all in this together. And this is their place to be with each other and to really look at what their grief looks like, or look at what their future holds. What is in their future? What are their goals in their life after this person has died? If you guys have any other questions, you can ask me within the pre-meeting. Thank you for being a part of this first video. I don't know if I touched on everything. I'm looking at my notes. It feels like I have. Oh, one more thing. If there's any downtime or anything, use all the tools that you have in your room, such as Jenga and the balls with all the questions, the beach balls, just to do things during downtime, because this activity might have some downtime or it might not. It could take up a bunch of time just explaining their photo. So have fun with it. It's all unique to your group. If you have any questions, bring it to the pre-meeting, or you can text or call or email me before group. Again, I appreciate you all being patient and working with me through this time. We thought there was a hurricane. We thought group was going to be canceled. It's not. So we look forward to seeing you guys tonight. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions or concerns. And thank you so much for all that you do. You're very important to us, and we appreciate you. Thank you.